Amid the vast deserts and rugged mountains of the southwestern United States, a warrior nation rose and endured against waves of invaders. They were the Apache, a people known for their bravery, survival skills, and unwavering determination to protect their ancestral lands. The history of the Apache traces back centuries. It is believed that they originated from the Athabascan groups that migrated from the north around 1000 AD. They adapted to the harsh environment, building a way of life based on hunting, gathering, and raiding as a survival strategy. With exceptional horseback skills, the ability to evade enemies, and a deep understanding of the terrain, the Apache became a formidable force in the Southwest. When the Spanish first entered the region in the 16th century, they encountered fierce resistance from the Apache. Spanish forces attempting to conquer the area found that the Apache were not an easy people to subdue. They were swift warriors who used guerrilla tactics to attack enemy settlements and then disappeared into the vast mountains and deserts. For over 2 centuries, the Apache fought against Spanish colonization, a struggle that continued against the Mexicans after their independence in 1821. However, the greatest threat to the Apache came when the United States took control of the Southwest from Mexico through the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo in 1848. The Americans, driven by westward expansion, began seizing indigenous lands, including those of the Apache. This led to a renewed series of conflicts known as the Apache Wars. One of the most legendary Apache leaders was Cochise, a chief who led resistance against U.S. forces during the 1860s. Cochise skillfully used his knowledge of the land to outmaneuver a much larger and better-equipped enemy. However, after years of fighting, he eventually agreed to a peace treaty and settled in a reservation provided by the U.S. government. The Apache resistance did not end with Cochise. Another famous figure, Geronimo, emerged as the last symbol of Apache defiance against American domination. Refusing to surrender, Geronimo and his followers waged a relentless resistance for years. With unmatched courage, he led raids against American and Mexican forces, instilling fear among his enemies. However, in 1886, after an extensive pursuit, Geronimo finally surrendered to General Nelson Miles, marking the final chapter of the Apache Wars. After Geronimo's capture, the remaining Apache were forced to live in reservations far from their ancestral lands. Life in these reservations brought new hardships. The freedom they had fiercely defended was replaced by a controlled existence under the U.S. government. Despite these challenges, the Apache did not lose their identity. They continued to preserve their culture, traditions, and language, even as times changed. Today, Apache descendants are spread across various regions of the United States, particularly in Arizona, New Mexico, Oklahoma, and Texas. Many of them strive to preserve their heritage by establishing cultural centers, reviving the Apache language among younger generations, and maintaining their traditional arts and music. Some Apache groups have also found success in business, including the gaming industry, by opening casinos on reservation land. The history of the Apache is a tale of bravery, resilience, and the struggle to maintain their identity amid changing times. They were warriors who fought not only with weapons but also with an indomitable spirit to remain Apache, no matter how the world around them evolved. Their legacy lives on in legends, traditional songs, and the enduring spirit passed down from generation to generation, reminding the world that the Apache were never truly defeated. Throughout their journey, the Apache developed unique survival strategies. They were renowned hunters who could thrive in the harshest environments. By utilizing natural resources efficiently, they created a way of life in harmony with their surroundings. Additionally, their combat skills made them a formidable threat to any military force unfamiliar with fighting in such challenging terrain. In the 20th century, the Apache began engaging in efforts to reclaim their rights. Through activism and legal battles, they fought for recognition of their ancestral lands that had been taken from them over the centuries. Some Apache groups successfully regained portions of their territory and continued to advocate for greater rights within the U.S. government. In the modern era, many Apache descendants have achieved success in various fields, including the military, politics, arts, and education. They carry the spirit of their ancestors in every step of their journey, proving that the Apache legacy remains vibrant and relevant today. Despite ongoing challenges, they continue to uphold their identity and pride as part of a nation with a long history of struggle and endurance. With an unyielding spirit, the Apache continue to adapt to the changing times while preserving their cultural roots. They stand as living proof of a people who never surrendered, a symbol of courage that will always be remembered in the history of America and the world.